So in order to attempt to demonstrate relational motion, and we're going to go direct this time. So when we did this with the foot and ankle, the ankle, we went indirect. So we're using relational motion. One thing stays still, one thing moves in relation to it. We're also going to show how that is stacking because you're moving in more than one plane to generate more direct or movement into the direct barrier without the patient trying to protect themselves. As well, the other thing we're going to do is do that passive first and do that active. Therefore, it all of a sudden, as one simple demonstration, is essentially all subdivided osteopathic systems built into one, right? But we're going to show how searching for what works for the patient is more important than the pre-described set of steps, all right? So really quickly, just gonna do this in rotation to start. There we go. Now, would you agree that I can force your neck farther than this, but this is where you want to stop? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got an and a head nod, right? So we've got some restriction there. There goes my wrist. Now, you're wincing a little bit, and that's about it. Comparatively, this one gave you more discomfort, but you didn't move as far the other direction. That's fair? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to go here. Okay. So we've got this. So now we're going direct, okay? So we're on one plane. We're on the transverse plane. Now what I'm going to do is see if I can get further in this by using the sagittal plane. So I'm using some general flexion, and I can get a little farther. You agree I went a little farther? Okay. So now I can't really use side bending because that is side bending. So I've got as far as I can go, patient passive. Now what we're going to do is add active, okay? We're going to have you push your left shoulder straight backwards and let it go, okay? Do you feel the sneak, mm-hmm. right? So when she let go, she went a little farther. Push your right shoulder back and let it go. And when you let go, we didn't get any farther, mm-hmm. right? So it didn't end up as a net benefit. Push mm-hmm. your left leg on the table and let it go. Okay, did you feel that go a little farther? That went a little farther. Push your right leg on the table and let it go. Okay, so that didn't really do it. Okay, so what we're going to do is push your left shoulder and left leg on the table. Good, and let go. All right, so now we're going much, much farther without the patient counter-contracting against the rotation. So we've engaged multiple planes passively, so we engaged rotation, and then we essentially lifted the head up and got a little further. Then we went patient active, but we didn't simply counter-contract the neck. We tried to figure out which one of the movements with a still head and neck and a moving body against the table would enhance our methodology, as opposed to saying simply counter-contract and force the damn thing. Because that is not the way that we do this profession, because we're not paying attention to the patient. Right now, farther with my wrist cracking without as much resistance. It's not perfect, but it demonstrates the concept. So we went direct. The patient didn't protect themselves. We went passive first. Then we went active, and we didn't simply go step by step with respect to say how you would do common muscle energy. We said push your left shoulder, push your right shoulder, push your left leg, push your right leg, and the combination that was best was left leg and left shoulder into the table. So really quick demonstration to show that if you're paying attention to the patient, you'll find the solution that works reasonably well for them in the moment. If you're paying attention to your predetermined methods, it'll work for those who it'll work for, and it will not work for those who it will not work for. And if you work that way, you will then have to search your memory in a complicated way for the next move that you think might work, as opposed to just paying attention to the person in the moment.